Just to let you know before the video starts, this is going to be a multi-part video, so please enjoy. Hi guys. So I showed you a video yesterday where basically I actually unboxed the Vocaster, which is right here, and you've seen it before. So basically what I'm going to show you is how to set up audio how I'm gonna set it up for like OBS. Basically, you can do the same pretty much. Just gonna need a couple pieces of software. You're gonna need because if you want to have a soundboard and you have a stream deck, you're gonna need a stream deck with the software. First, you're gonna need the stream deck software that you're gonna need. Software is called MIDI button. You need MIDI button or MIDI control, and then that's the stream deck software. You're going to need you don't need the Vocaster hub. You can, once you have the Vocaster hub set up the way you want it with like the mic and stuff, you can basically just control everything in OBS unless you want to specifically have access to the mute button. You don't really need the software after that. Set up your Bluetooth where basically your audio is perfectly fine. Set it up pretty high. Don't worry about loopback or loopback 2, because I'm gonna show you how to do that. And also don't and if you have an aux port, worry about the aux, and then you can do everything else either in another piece of software. If you are recording a video podcast, you're gonna need that. So basically, first thing you're gonna need is this diagram right here. Let me second. So play capture. So basically, you're gonna need this. This is basically your DAW input number, and also the DAW input numbers 1 through 14. There's 14 channels. So 1 and 2 is left and right video call for when you basically are without hearing yourself. This is for mix minus. This is for mix minus stuff. So basically OBS and stuff like that. This is basically including loopback, so everything your desktop hears you want them to hear. Have this set up for actually that. And so this is basically leave 1 and 2 for if you want to have Zoom and you're not recording through OBS. This is basically just to have everything right here one set up. So I would leave that for like your Zoom or your other piece of software. I'm gonna show you how to set this up mainly for like OBS. So show mix, which is basically is a stereo mix with all input to record your whole show. So basically, if you want to mess with this, I'm just going to show you how to do it individually. So basically, you can use this instead to make it short. If you want, so what I'm going to show you is mess with this. You can even do this for aux, which is channel 7 and 8. 9 and 10 are Bluetooth, and 10 and 11 and 11 and 12 are loopback 1, and 13 and 14 are loopback 2. So that's what you need just to understand this part. Then you're gonna need a software called Rogue Amoeba loopback and Rogue Amigo Farrago. So Farrago is a software basically for your soundboard, for your stream deck. That's where the MIDI button comes in, because you can turn the stream deck button into a MIDI button and then press it and it'll do MIDI stuff. And then the actual loopback is for audio. So when you first get this, it has your sound effects. You want to have this boot up at startup so you can have access to it. I recommend adding a new set, and add a new set. You literally can just add all your sound effects there and color code them as you see fit. I'm having a couple sound effects. For example, first you need sound effects. I have a couple. I already have. Um, I also am making some using some word ones. So you could basically use the software, which is that one. It's called voice booking, and it'll do books for it'll do voices for you, and then you basically press play to test them, then save, and then download. And once you download them, um, you can either pay $4.99 per month or basically just download 3 of them for free, and then you can because you get three for free or $4.99 per month. You can download unlimited. So that's it for that. So I'm just gonna please. I have one I already like, two I already like actually, and then basically down there. Actually, yeah. So once you have the startup, by starting it up, you go to your system preferences. So preferences, and then to user, and then right here you can basically have it start up and have it run hidden, and then you're done with that. And then after that, you want to make sure your sound is set up properly. So basically, sound effects will be play through Vocaster 2, because of when you actually, because if you have speakers or if you're having wearing headphones, have it going through here. And then for output, I usually change my outputs at times, so I have a script that will basically change audio outputs. And then from actually there, I have this set to basically I have this set to my audio that I want to basically have for Zoom, which is basically this is channel left and right, and this will be left and right audio. So and so you don't basically get that to OBS. And for this is stuff. For example, if you want to listen to specifically through here, Rodecaster 2, you can hear stuff that comes. So you don't have to mess with audio settings right now. And you don't need this right now, but you need to have your things set up and make it properly so it doesn't basically mess up. So after that, you're gonna need to make sure this is pretty much empty, other than your Vocaster and other stuff you have. If you have capture card, other monitors which will appear there, and other speakers. So basically, thing now you want to do is after you have that installed, set up with all your MIDI stuff. I'm not going to show you how to do actually that. I'm going to work on this. Well, I'll actually show you how to set this up, because of this is part 1. So basically, with actually Farrago, do Farrago first. And so basically, you basically it. Now you basically that remove. Okay. I go to new sound set. Basically here, and then I'm gonna name mine OBS since I'm using this with OBS. So capital. And now after that, you just go to add sounds. And now after that, I'm gonna go to my applications, to my folder where I have all the stuff at, and I'll go to source files, which is where I have my sound source sorted at here. And then okay, 1 second. So I fixed that. So basically, they weren't right. Convert them. Basically, yeah, so then you go to source file and effects, or have them sorted, however you have sorted. You go to admin. Now you basically just go here, name them stuff. I mean, give them different colors. So 5, 6, 8. So basically 2 purple. I'm gonna have 2 purple ones, and then I'm just gonna based on colors. Red. And I'm just gonna show you how to set this up from thing. And then and dark black. Okay, so basically now on your frame deck here, so you type in here, so MIDI button. So this is on Mac OS. This is adding Josh here, so I'm just gonna say I basically did put all the buttons on there. So basically when you see a certain adding button, all the buttons there, you'll get, I cut out some parts just so it would. Okay. So here we go. So after that was set up, um so you just go into your you just go into your just go into your rogue ameba software, go over here, over to Froggo, or preferences. I should go to preferences, click on MIDI control, and then you click on Stream Deck. And if you have another MIDI control, you can use that. I have that, and assume you guys have that too. Basically, add that. You add that. You press check mark. Close that. Okay, now go to your first one, and now it goes to where it says Learn MIDI. You go Learn MIDI, and then you press the first one, which is or however you want it. So basically this one would be 1 for me, and then the next one, the then you do Learn MIDI, press next button here, Learn MIDI 3, MIDI. Keep doing this. I'm gonna pause while I do that. So basically, I basically figured out something. So when I tried testing it, it played them all at once. So basically, I'm gonna I think you have to select on the Stream Deck software, channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. So basically, it'll be different. So I'm gonna pause and test to just make sure to. This is the first time I actually did this one. So basically, it was my mistake when I copied them. So basically, you should make the buttons instead of copying them because you should add a new MIDI button, MIDI note button every time because if you copy and forget to like change them all, I changed a couple of them from one channel one, from one to channel one and note one, channel two, note two, channel three, note three, and etc. And until I got to 11, and basically because they can be 16 channels, and so basically each button has an individual button, and so basically that was my fault. So now, and after you apply all the midis to there, make sure they're all there, test them, make sure they work, and then after that, that is set up, and it boots in there, and then starts with macOS. And once you add more sound effects and more buttons, you can only have up to 16 buttons without them messing with each other, because you can have 16 channels, and then each channel can have 1 to 127 buttons. So basically, it would be one channel 2, channel 2, channel 1, and all the notes, and channel 2 all the notes, and then etc. And then I'm just gonna have maximum 16 because I don't need that many buttons. And then you just don't have to mess with the software anymore. Then after that, once you have that set up, then your audio spot part there is set up, and you don't have to do any more Stream Deck stuff unless you want to basically add in like icons, which I'm going to do. And then after that, you can close your Stream Deck app. How it is. So basically, after that, you load up loopback after you install it. This is how it'll look. Okay, you go to new virtual device, and I'm gonna say I want desktop audio. I'm gonna say I can either name this desktop audio